It's Pliznaya. We in here with Wichita.
Ladies and gentlemen, your man Dramedy Drew bringing you with another episode of Vibe Wichita. I'm sitting at the table with not only an entrepreneur, he is a producer. He's a person who holds a master's degree. Y'all probably didn't even know that because I didn't know that. But I'm sitting here with Leon Flowers, aka Pliznaya. How you feeling today, brother?
I'm feeling good.
Man, I'm glad you made it into town. Where it all started, just being a producer. Real quick, he's produced for the likings of Kevin Gates, some of the big names I'm gonna name off, Meek Mill, and Danielle Bergoli, aka Bhad Bhabie. And you produced some tracks on her latest album.
Right.
So let's talk about like where it started, man. You beat making or producing, you know?
It originally started I was probably like 11 or something. My stepdad had brought me Fruity Loops, and I was on there just messing with the program because he knew I like music, so he bought it for me. So I was on there messing with the program, but I didn't even know how to use the program. So I was like, making my beats wrong, and they were terrible and stuff like that. So I kind of threw it away and forgot about it.
Yeah.
So fast forward, my last year in college, probably 2014 or 2015, around then. I just was sitting down one day and I was like, man, I was on SoundClick listening to other people's beats. Right. And I was like, man, I'm going to teach myself how to make beats. So I downloaded the Fruity Loops, whatever edition was out at the time, got on YouTube and just taught myself how to do it. And from then I just stuck with it.
And look where it's at now.
It's crazy. Like,
bro.
You
get to eat off of it.
Yeah.
That is, I can play almost every instrument except for the drums. I can pen tap, I can do all that, but for me, trying to either make a beat or sitting behind a drum set, I can't do it for some reason.
The drums are the most important part nowadays, because it creates the rhythm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And get people's feet moving, so.
Okay, I got Fruity Loops. I need a quick tutorial. I got you.
Pliznaya
tutorial though, man, for real. So what made you make the move to LA?
I was traveling out there for a couple years, and I just saw what was happening. And for what I wanted to do, I felt like I needed to be there because the music was going on. It goes on in Atlanta too, but I didn't know nobody out there. I knew some people in LA, so I was like, I need to be here. And I went out there, before I moved out there, I went out there a few months prior with Win. And Win had introduced to some people, had a couple studio sessions, and that's when I was like, okay, I really got to get here. Right. So I made it happen.
Shout out to Win Crabtree, because we had him on here before. He did an interview with us, and he's doing some big things out there, but he's making a lot of connections for people. He's not just connecting, but he's connecting people and pieces and things like that. I think that's dope.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so what is it like living in LA now? Opposed from California. Oh, I'm sorry. Opposed from Kansas.
It's a huge difference. It's like a movie for real.
Yeah.
When I went out there, I had got a little job at this club, and I was working in Hollywood. So I came from Topeka, Kansas, because that's where I was living at first, and moved and was working in Hollywood, bro. So I'm seeing Halle Berry, and I'm seeing LeBron and Quavo, and I'm seeing all these people just walk in, and it's mind blowing. It's crazy, bro. And then, so I like it though, but one thing I hate is traffic, bro. The traffic is crazy.
Yeah, that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I haven't moved back.
Is
the traffic.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But now that I take it you're accustomed to the lifestyle now in Southern California. Yeah. So what's your day-to-day like now,
man,
as a producer?
I wake up, probably get on my laptop, listen to a couple beats, or try to find some sounds or some inspiration, and then I make a couple beats. Might have a studio session, go to the studio, and work there, make some songs, and then just come back to the house, chill, watch basketball, or that's something I do. And then also a lot of times I just listen to stuff a lot. I be on YouTube just listening to other people's beats or watching other tutorials, just trying to learn or find something that inspires me to make something different than what I've been making. So
Right.
That's what I do most of the time. I'm on YouTube, bro, all the time.
Right. Now, do you have a page on YouTube?
I do, but it's like when I first started making beats, I was trying to sell them online.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really all it is. It's like my beats when I was like probably 2 years into making beats is all the beats I was trying to sell online. That's on my YouTube page right now.
And, well, I don't know. Do you mind saying, or is it private? Like, how does it work now with your beats? Like,
What you mean?
you make them and then do you stash them, or do you just send them off to certain people?
Right now,
Labels?
I usually send them off to A&Rs,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
if they ask for it, because I don't want my beats to get lost in the shuffle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if they ask, then that mean they really need them. So I'll send them out to A&Rs, but I do sessions too. So that's what I like to do mostly, because when you do a session, you're guaranteed to have vocals on your beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can send them out, but they might not even get on it. But if you in a session, it's only you and them, so they got to get on your beat. So that's mostly what I'm doing now, is you can get a beat from me by doing a session.
See, that's something that's key right there. As a producer, a lot of people here, or I guess you would say a lot of younger aspiring producers, they're going to put a package together. It's like, oh man, I got 30 beats over here. And you can get, like, it's buy one, get one free, or buy two,
Right.
get one free, or something like that. And it doesn't matter who it is, they got whatever going on. Now, how important is it that, I mean, I understand, but how, for the listeners or anyone that's watching this, how important is it that you have the listeners or the artists, the vocals there when you guys listen, when you're sharing it with someone?
It's very important, because now this artist or whoever it is that might be interested in your beats, they might be able to hear themselves on it now. Like, they might like the beat, but then when they hear vocals on it, it's like, okay, I really like it, because now I can see myself on it.
Right.
So that's like the most important thing right there.
Right. Absolutely. Man, that is solid. Okay, so, all right, let's get to the juice, man. Let's get to the meat and potatoes right there, man. All right, so Let It Sing by Kevin Gates, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was to make sure. Yeah, Let It Sing. You did another one for him, didn't you?
No, I only did Let It
Okay,
Sing.
Let It Sing, man. Tell me how did that transpire?
I made the beat at home, so I was at the house just making beats, and then I had a session with a couple of writers, and we was in there, and that was probably like second beat I played, and we came up with a concept and the idea for Gates, and we ended up submitting it to his A&R, and his A&R really liked it, so he played it for Gates, and Gates was like, okay, I really liked it, so he took what we had and like made it his own thing, and a song came out probably 3 weeks later. And it was like one of the first songs he released after he got out of prison. So it was like a big deal. He saw the video to it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is crazy. It's my very first song, big artist just getting out of jail. Like, It was a moment for sure.
Wow, man. That's solid. Okay, so how did the track come about with Meek Mill and Philadelphia?
I was in the studio with one of my boys, and he was telling me that Meek was looking for some records. So I went home and got a pack together. When people ask me for beats, I try to send it like ASAP. So I had like 4 beats, but I was like, I gotta send them 5. So I made one specifically for a Meek. So that's the one he ended up picking. So later on, like probably a month later, I got an email like, yo, we got one of these records that Meek did to one of your tracks. And I'm like, hold on. I forgot I sent the pack. So I hit up my boy like, yo, I got an email saying Meek recorded one of my beats. Like, did he get on it? He was like, oh, yeah, he did. He did get on it. Let me send you the beat so that you can know which beat it is. And then I heard the beat. I heard the record. I was like, this is hard. I was telling my boys, like, yo, when y'all hear this, y'all going to be like, ooh. But to me, I was like, it's hard, but it still might be fake. Let me chill.
Right.
And then I think like 2 weeks later, it actually got leaked because it wasn't supposed to come out. So it actually got leaked, but I was at work, and my dad texted me like, yo, what's the song you did for Meek? I was like, it's called Philadelphia. And he was like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, bro, how you listening to it? Like, it ain't even supposed to be out. He was like, bro, it's out. I'm listening to it. So as soon as I got out of work, I clicked on the link he showed me, and I was listening. I was like, damn, it's out. This is real.
Yeah. That, man. So you met Meek Mill.
Yeah, I did meet him. Actually, I met him at work, which is crazy. So I met him before the record even came out. Atlantic Records was throwing this like party at my job, and I was working it. So I saw his A&R, Dallas, come in the party.
Right.
And I only knew Dallas because I was on email with him, and I saw Dallas Martin, and I knew it was Atlantic Records. I'm like, okay, this got to be the Dallas.
Yeah.
So then after he walked in, all the rapper Nipsey, Ty Dolla $ign, they all come in there. And then Meek came in there, and I was like, oh, man, I got to introduce myself.
Right.
But I don't know how to do it because they partying. I'm kind of low-key, like, I don't be on that. So I was just like, all right, when Dallas walk by, just stop him. Dallas walk by, I ain't even stop him. I was like, all right, next time. So the next time he came by, he was talking to somebody, and I'm like, okay, I can't interrupt. That's rude. So I was like, all right, this third time, no matter what he doing, I'm going to stop him. So he came by again. I stopped him. I'm like, yo, Dallas. He's like, what's up? I'm like, yo, I'm Leon. I'm the one who did Philadelphia. No, I didn't even say my name, actually. I said I just wanted to introduce myself because I produced Philadelphia. And he was like, you Leon? And I'm like, he know my name?
Wow.
He was like, bro, that's crazy. You working here? I was like, yeah. He was like, does Meek know? I was like, nah, I never even met Meek. So he took me over there to the back, introduced me to Meek, and told him, like, yo, this is the one who did Philadelphia. And Meek was like, bro, that's hard. Like, that's hard. We got to lock in. So from that point, like, I met him, whatever, got Dallas information. And then Dallas got me some studio time to cook up beats for Meek for like 2 days.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened. Crazy story, bro. Like, I met this man at work.
But like, it's Meek Mill, man.
It's Meek, bro. And this same situation with Gates. Yeah. One of the first songs he released when he got out of prison. So he had all the eyes on him. So that was another big deal. Like, dang, I'm out here just giving records to people when they first get out of jail.
You the go-to. Fresh out, man. Fresh out. Talk about how you got connected with Bhad Bhabie.
Man, I got connected with Bhad Bhabie around like August of 2017 last year. I went to Atlanta with Win, actually. And we was out there, and we had a couple sessions with her, met her and met the whole crew and all that, built a rapport with them. And then when I moved to L.A., I started working with them even more because I was there, because she lived there too, and I was there. So having sessions with her and other people all the time, just making music constantly. And like, we became cool. So like now we be hanging out outside of music and stuff. And
right.
She doing a reality show for Snapchat. And I'm like, I'm on there. I'm not a character, but
right.
I'm going to be in there just in the studio and stuff. So
right.
It's pretty cool. She cool little
homie. She really, that's how she really acts.
She's real.
That's how she really acts.
It's crazy, bro. I'll be like, man, this little girl crazy. But it's real for sure. For sure.
So you guys have studio sessions when she's spitting and she's laying down the tracks. And are you mixing and mastering as well?
No, I'm just doing the beat.
Just the beat.
Yeah, we have an engineer.
Okay, so y'all have engineers, right? Man, okay, man, that is just dope, man. I remember watching you like flourish as a basketball athlete, you know, from high school going through college and whatnot, and I didn't hear nothing about you after a while, but then, you know, now I just heard that you moved to LA, and I'm like. Well, not that I heard, but matter of fact, maybe we had talked, and you were like, "I'm moving to LA."
Yeah. We was at the shop.
Yeah. I was like, "Wow, man, that's gonna be big." Yeah. You moved, and like it's happening. There's so many people from Wichita that leave Wichita to Dallas, to Florida, to New York, to LA. They move, and nothing happens for them. And it's not that they're not working. But they go down there with expectations that it's going to fall in their lap sometimes. Right. You know, I put in this much work and this should happen. And you went out there with opportunity, connections. You went out there with something ready for you, and all you had to do was deliver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you put in the work. You're still putting in the work every single day. I see you and Win on Facebook Live and all that, man, getting it in, man. That's so dope. So what's next for you?
Man, I'm just still trying to continue to work and build my name more. Try to get some more artists, like different artists on my tracks. Like, I really want to work with mainly like new artists, so I can, like how with Bhad Bhabie, because I'm able to build a relationship with them, and then we able to get close, and I can have a real input like with the Meek and Gates record. I met Meek, but I didn't meet Gates. So it's kind of different because they already established artists, and I'm a new producer, so it's kind of, it's kind of different there. But my goal is to continue to work with these new artists and build as they build, and we build together.
See, I've noticed that with a lot of new artists, they have like the same producer in a lot of songs.
Yeah.
So you had 5 tracks on Bhad Bhabie's album. Man,
I didn't know I was gonna have that many though.
Wow.
I was thinking like maybe 2, maybe 3. When I was like 5, I was like, dang.
Right.
Shoot, I'm trying to get 5 every time.
I'm saying, man, that is dope. Now you look at you have people like DJ Mustard, and you have people like Metro Boomin, you have people like Zaytoven, and like you said, building relationships with artists. But what I've also noticed about DJ Mustard, he actually has does he have a management company? He's LMA's manager. Like LMA is signed to DJ Mustard.
Right, he got his own label.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Is that something you're looking forward to down the line, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. I want to have my own label and break artists and help artists, because I know how hard it is, bro. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely like a goal of mine. Music is a young man's industry. So I know I ain't gonna be making beats forever.
Right.
So I eventually want to have my own label. That way I can still be a part of the music and just develop people. Whether I'm developing another producer or artist or whatever, it don't even really matter to me. I just want to be helping people.
Right. Absolutely, man. So younger producers, or producers maybe that haven't really had that breakout record right now, you got any words of advice for them? Anything that will help them get over that hump?
Really just keep going, and you got to put your music out there. Like, I know some producers, I didn't even know they made beats until they told me. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. Like, we got Instagram, we got SoundCloud, we got all this social media, and people ain't gonna be able to find you if your work not on there. That's what it's used for. We see people come up off social media every day. So my biggest thing would just be keep putting your stuff out there. Right. You don't ever know who looking at your page or who watching. Like, Win just knew I made beats because I was putting them on Instagram. But he know me in real life, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So because of that, we were able to develop a relationship, and then we built up, and all that happened. So that's just my advice, is put them out there. So
tell me this, are there a lot of politics when it comes to the music industry, being in the position that you're in?
There's definitely a lot of politics. It's politics in every business, but it's politics in music for sure. Like, it's a lot of favors. It's a lot of who got the bigger name. You know what I'm saying? It's not really all about talent. It's more about who knows you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, talent is a key part too, but it ain't like first. Yeah. Because it'd be a less talented person that get a better opportunity just because of their name or what they've done for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely political.
Well, how does this work for you as far as getting to know other artists or other producers or A&R people? How do you get connected? Just from being in the studio. People coming in out of the studio all the time. Like, if I'm at the studio, I might see NBA Youngboy or something, or I'll see his A&R, or so from that point, I'm like able to introduce myself to his A&R, and then I tell them like, they'll know who I am about a song I've done, and then they'll introduce me to the artist, and then from that point, you just keep trying to figure it out through that. Right. But the most important thing is definitely building relationships, because that's what's gonna get you placements. Man, for sure. That's big, dude. That is big. You know what? You're doing something that a lot of aspiring producers, music artists, musicians, I mean, anyone in the music industry, engineers, you're in a position right now where you can climb, you can continue to climb, you can continue to make these connections, and you can continue to get better, and it's like it's going to work in your favor, man, because like your grind is excellent. I know it is, man. I know it's excellent, and it's like, man, it's out of control. So I'm proud of you, man. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you've been able to actually step out on faith. You left here and was able to do what was necessary for your opportunity, your business to flourish, man. So, man, just many blessings going your way, man. And continue, man. Just continue doing your thing. And, we're not going to forget about you in here in Wichita. You come back often. So, man, last thing, man, you gave us the words of advice for the younger folks, but any words of wisdom?
Like you said, how you got to have faith. Like, I feel like, especially being here, you'll lose it. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have faith in your craft or your art, because it ain't gonna happen. Like, you can put in all this grind, you be like, man, why it ain't happening for me? Why it ain't happening for me? But you gotta have faith that it's gonna happen and take calculated risk. Like, not just any risk. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta put some stuff together and put in some footwork. But you definitely gotta take a risk and put yourself out there and step outside your comfort zone, because if you don't, you ain't never gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to grow to get to that next blessing.
Right.
You feel me? So that's the biggest thing. You gotta keep your faith. For sure.
That's facts. Are you still YBM Pliznaya?
Oh yeah.
Always.
All day.
Always.
I'm about to go link up with Smooth later.
Shout out to Smooth, YBM Smooth on the rise, man. We here with my man Leon Flowers, aka Pliznaya. Thank you for stopping through Vibe Wichita.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely, man. Y'all stay locked in.
Yes, sir.